Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that I think is super relevant for all of you. It's about the worries we carry in life and how, believe it or not, 90% of them will never actually happen. I mean, think about it. Even that 10% that does occur, it's often not as terrifying as we imagine. You know, I once had a friend who was convinced that if he didn't ace every single exam, his entire future would be ruined.
Wow, that's like really intense. So, are you saying that like, if a kid doesn't do well on a test, they think they're doomed? Sigh.
Exactly. It's a classic example of what we call catastrophic thinking. It's where ordinary fears get blown way out of proportion. Like, if a child doesn't perform well on an exam, parents might think, oh no, they'll never get into college. But in reality, that's just not true.
That's so interesting. So like, what happens to these kids? Do they end up really believing that their future is ruined? Laughs.
Yes, and that's the problem. Catastrophic thinking can lead to a whole host of negative effects. It's like this invisible force that operates in our minds, often without us even realizing it. It's like a conditioned reflex, you know?
Oh, wow. So it's like when you hear a loud noise and you jump. That's your reflex kicking in? Sigh.
Exactly. Just like that. Our automatic thoughts can function in the same way. We might not even be aware of them, but they can lead us to excessive worry or fear.
So how do we become aware of these automatic thoughts? Is there a trick or something? Laughs.
Great question. The first step is to recognize when these thoughts are happening. It's about being mindful and questioning our fears. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, I'll never get that job, ask yourself, what evidence do I have for that?
That makes sense. So it's like challenging your own brain? Sigh.
Exactly. It's like being your own detective. You have to investigate those thoughts and see if they hold any truth.
Wow, I love that. So it's like being a thought detective. But what if someone is really stuck in that mindset? Laughs.
That's a tough spot to be in. Sometimes it helps to talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, or even just writing it down. It's about breaking that cycle of automatic thinking.
Oh, I see. So it's like shining a light on the shadows in your mind? Sigh.
Exactly. You're illuminating those fears and realizing they're not as scary as they seem.
I love that analogy. So it's all about perspective, right? Laughs.
Absolutely. Perspective is key. Once you shift your viewpoint, you can start to see things more clearly.
Wow, this is so enlightening. I feel like I'm learning so much. It's like when you look at a painting from different angles, right? Sigh.
Exactly. Just like art, our thoughts can change based on how we view them.
I can totally relate to that. It's like when I thought I couldn't cook, but then I tried a new recipe and it turned out great. Laughs.